Hi there everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Prestige Liquids. My name is Andrew, and as always it is fantastic to have you here with me again on another whiskey review video. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, thank you for joining me along my journey. It is always a pleasure having you here with me. But if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the bell notification and the subscription button so that you can stay up to date with all future content. Go and do that now, and while you're doing that, I'll get this ready. So here we are, continuing on with day 8 of the Australian Whisky Advent Calendar. So far there's been some really interesting whiskies that have come through in this. So yeah, now we get to see what we're going to get for day 8, which is just over here. So let's pop this out, if it's going to come out. Very slowly. This one, oh, at least I can try and push it from the other side. There we go. It doesn't want to come out. Alright, awesome. So I get, let's say, probably the last, I think at least last 4 or 5 of these reviews so far have been ones that I've actually tried. Now I finally get to have something that I haven't had yet. So this is something that's, say, very exciting for me. So this one here comes from Tasmania. This is the comes from Overeem Whiskey, or Overeem Distillery, and this is their Sherry Cask whiskey, bottled at 43% ABV. Now, unfortunately, at the moment, as it has been with the rest of these reviews so far, I do not have any other information in regards to cask type and age and all that kind of thing. So what I'll do is, in the description box down below, I'll put in some extra information in regards to that, and I'll also put in a link for the Advent Calendar playlist as well. So that's starting to build up nicely. Alright, let's pour some of this in and see what we get. I've been wanting to try Overeem for quite a long time now, and now I finally get a chance to. Alright, let's see. On the nose. Oh, this is good. Alright, so typical sherry cask nose. You've got a lot of your like dried fruits, like raisins, plums, figs, lots of apples and pears as well. This may be peated, I'm not too sure, but there is definitely some type of like earthy, salty, peaty note that's coming down to it, that I'm getting in this at the moment. Again, I'm not 100% sure. If there is, I'll put that information in the description. But yeah, it definitely has a very light peated note. We've got some really nice cask influence coming in as well from the oak. It could be French oak. I'm getting quite a bit of white pepper, vanilla, touch of caramel, a little bit of cinnamon as well. It has some nice baking spice notes to it. Also dark chocolate and a bit of leather as well. It has a really interesting nose. This is definitely one of those whiskeys that I can see that if you've got a full bottle of it, you would be able to just sit back with it and just let it open up and just explore it. It will definitely be one of those whiskeys that will change and evolve as you make your way through it. So on the palate, let's see what we get. Cheers. Oh, this is spicy. Really good ABV kick. Like I said, only 43%, but this is punching at about more of a 48-49%. Nice and prickly, lots of white pepper, tons of oak influence as well. This is quite an oaky whiskey. So for those of you who may not be into, say, very woody or oaky whiskies, this one might not be for you. But if you love that, type of flavor profile, then I reckon you'll absolutely go crazy over this. Lots of vanilla, caramel. On the palate, you're getting more of the orchard fruit notes, so apples, pears, a little bit of like an orange rind. I am getting also more dark chocolate and leather. The sherry influence, it's kind of like a dry sherry. I'm thinking, say for me, this is something along the lines of more of like an Oloroso type sherry rather than a PX. It doesn't have as much of those like dense stone fruit flavors that you would normally get from a PX cask. It's a bit spicier and quite a bit, it's a lot drier as well. Oh, that sun has come back out from behind the cloud. That is bright. What else? I think towards the back end of the palate as well, that citrus is starting to change into a bit of like a lemony note as well. So it changes. It's good. It has this evolution that's going along with it. I will say that the mouthfeel is a little bit thin for my liking, but overall the flavor of the whiskey itself compensates for that. This is definitely one of those whiskeys that you can just sit down and enjoy for quite a while. I'm also starting to notice more of the malt as well, so you've got this nice grainy cereal note that's coming through. It's also a little bit nutty, so I'm getting things like peanuts and almonds. It really has a very enjoyable palate. Now, the finish is very long. It just keeps going and going and going, and I guess that's probably one of those things that kind of makes up for the lack of the mouthfeel. Where it's lacking in the mouthfeel, it's very extended in the finish. So it will be one of those ones that just keeps developing as it makes its way through your system. So now I'm getting a bit of that peaty, smoky influence coming through, tons of oak, tons of pepper. What else? Definitely milk chocolate. It has this thick milk chocolate taste to the finish. Touch of leather, a little bit dusty. Again, the cereal note influence is definitely there. What else? There's more. It just keeps changing. Honey, vanilla, caramel. It's got this sugary sweetness that just keeps, let's say, everything just keeps changing, which is overall it is a fantastic experience of a whiskey. I'm very happy that I've been finally able to try something from this distillery, because I've been wanting to try Overeem for quite a long time. Unfortunately, they've always just been one of those ones for price range. It has always been out of my reach. But that is the advantage of getting things like these advent calendars, especially as a gift when you don't know what's in them. You'll be surprised with what you get. So yeah, that's it. I'll leave it at that. Please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. You'll really be helping me grow, and also the most important thing as well is that you will be helping to spread more awareness about Australian whiskies. I do try to focus on Australian whiskies as much as I can on this channel, and I just love being able to promote and share what they have. So we have some brilliant distilleries down here, and more people need to know what we have. So that's it. I'm going to leave it at that. My name is Andrew, and I will see you all again tomorrow on the next video. KIPPIS.